Hi guys, welcome to Gardening with Friends. No, I don't have COVID. I'm just trying to survive ragweed season. This innocent looking plant beside me is one of the biggest allergy culprits in late summer. Today, I'll show you how to spot it and how to tell it apart from a few look-alike plants that pop up in Zone 6 gardens. Let's dive in before I start sneezing.
We will start with the main troublemaker, common ragweed. It's an annual weed that thrives in disturbed areas, roadsides, open lots, and the forgotten corners of the garden. Each plant spreads by seed, and those seeds can begin germinating as early as May. A single ragweed plant can produce 30 to 60,000 seeds. And here is a kicker. They can remain viable in the soil for over 30 years. Look for deeply divided fern-like leaves, green on both sides and slightly rough to the touch. The stems are hairy, sometimes with a purplish tint near the base. Ragweed doesn't stand out with bright flowers or bold colors, just small greenish-yellow spikes that appear later in the season. But what it lacks in looks, it makes up for in pollen power. One plant can release up to 1 billion pollen grains in a single season, and each grain can travel for miles on the wind. It's sneaky. It blooms late, looks harmless, and makes half the country sneeze. There is also a larger cousin called giant ragweed. It grows much taller, sometimes up to 17 feet, and has big hand-shaped leaves with 3 to 5 lobes and serrated edges. It has same allergy power, just supersized. Next up, the tricky imposter, common mugwort. At first glance, it looks like ragweed, especially when it's young. But there are easy giveaways. Mugwort is a perennial weed, which means it comes back year after year from its root system, not from seed. It often grows in dense clumps or patches, spreading outward each season as underground rhizomes expand. The leaves are dark green on top and silvery white underneath, thanks to the fine layer of soft hairs. The stems turn reddish or purplish as the plant matures, and if you crush the leaves, they have a strong herbal smell, almost like sage or camphor. Mugwort doesn't cause major allergies, but it spreads aggressively underground, so once you have it, it's a long-term relationship. As mugwort grows taller, sometimes reaching 6 to 8 feet under certain conditions, the upper leaves become single and narrow, a change that helps distinguish it from ragweed later in the season. Another plant that sometimes gets mistaken for ragweed is frost aster, a native perennial that blooms late in the season with small white daisy-like flowers. Early in the season, its narrow, rough-textured leaves and upright growth can look similar from a distance, especially along roadsides. But on closer look, aster leaves are entire, not divided like ragweeds. Later, the plant forms bushy stems topped with small white daisy-like flowers with yellow centers that fade reddish with age. It grows 2 to 4 feet tall and blooms late in the season, feeding bees and butterflies when few other plants flower. Its pollen is heavy and sticky, so unlike ragweed, it doesn't travel far or trigger allergies. In the fall, when the flowers fade, it can again be mistaken for ragweed, but its structure and leaf shape tell the difference. And we can't skip goldenrod, because it's often accused of causing allergies, but it's totally innocent. Goldenrod's bright yellow flowers bloom around the same time as ragweed, which is why it often gets the blame. But its pollen is heavy and sticky, designed to cling to pollinators, not float through the air. Its leaves are narrow, smooth-edged, and alternate along the stem, very different from ragweed's divided ones. Goldenrod is an important late-season nectar source for bees and butterflies, though it can spread quickly and become aggressive in garden beds. So if you grow it, give it space, or choose less spreading varieties to enjoy its color without losing control. Now that we've met each plant up close, let's pull it all together with a quick side-by-side look, so you can spot the differences at a glance, leaves, flowers, and all. Here is common ragweed, those deeply divided fern-like leaves and tiny green flower spikes are the big giveaways. Next, giant ragweed. Look for those huge maple-shaped leaves and towering height that can reach over 8 or sometimes 17 feet. Then Mugwort. Notice the silvery underlines, it forms clumps that comes back every year, and often reddish stems toward the base. Frost Aster follows, narrow, rough leaves and white daisy-like blooms that brighten up late in the season. And finally, Goldenrod, with its smooth, narrow leaves and bright yellow plumes. It's a pollinator favorite, not an allergy culprit. So next time you're out in the garden or walking a field edge, you'll know who is who in the allergy lineup. If this helped you tell ragweed from its lookalikes, hit the like button and share it with a friend who is sneezing through the season. Which of these plants do you see most in your area? Drop a comment. I would love to hear what's growing near you. The more we know our plants, the easier it is to enjoy our gardens without sneezes. Happy allergy-free gardening!